that man should be responsible for why we start faster. Starting fast. A lot of people, I actually dug into why we need to start fast, or why it was important for us. Anytime you come dead last in the category of importance in the NFL, off of a Super Bowl season. Now, this is the one area where I would say the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl hangover in the beginning of the season reared this ugly head. I'm gonna give you a list of some teams. I'm getting ahead of myself. The season back. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. We're gonna get into some teams right here. At number 20, you got the Arizona Cardinals. Number 21, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. 22, Cincy. 23, Detroit. 24, Atlanta. 25, San Fran. 26, Cleveland. 27, Oakland. 28, Jets. 29, Washington. 30, Miami. 31, Philly. 32, Jags. Now, I could be wrong, but only one team out of this group of teams made the playoffs, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. But what's disturbing is this. What's good and bad is this. These are the 20 teams, 20 to last, that had the worst points per game per first quarter. The worst. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles scored 41 points total in every first quarter combined last season. Now, you want to go ahead and you want to divide that by 16 because the 16 first quarters in the regular season. And you get 2.6. 2.6 points per game in the first quarter, averaged by the Philadelphia Eagles. That is dead last. That's dead last. Very close with the Jags, but dead last in my opinion. That's pathetic. That's less than a field goal in the first quarter. So people want to say, you got to start faster, blah, 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 blah. It's evident that we need to start fast. It's evident that with Zach Ertz, who broke a receiving record, you know what I mean, for receptions for the tight end position. How can this stat be 2.6 in that same season where you had a for sure open man damn near every passing play? Now, we had injuries. We had all our running backs go down. Yes, Carson Wentz didn't come out until, the second, you know what I mean? The third game or something like that. We blew it against Tampa Bay. We blew it against Carolina. You know what I mean? We blew it against Tennessee. All because we didn't start fast. Now, we started on time against Carolina, but we didn't finish. But if we start these games, we almost gave it up against the Jags because we couldn't start fast. We lost so many games by less than 7 points or less. Almost every game except one. There's only one game we played last season where we lost by more than 7 points, and that was the blowout that we suffered at the hands of the New Orleans Saints. Doug blamed it on penalties. And what else did he say? He blamed it on penalties and something else. Well, we could debunk the penalty theory because we had 17 first quarter penalties in the 2017 season, which led us to the Super Bowl. And the title defense season, we had 13. So I'm not going to sit here and say it was first quarter penalties that did this to us. It was, Carson Wentz basically not being available and basically just getting his feet back wet after the injury. Because before the injury, Carson Wentz was the best quarterback in the first quarter in the National Football League with 118.3 passer rating. Listen, man, it all boils down to this. There's no excuse for having Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey, who just was limited in practice because of a bicep issue. I think he'll still be ready to go for Sunday. Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, and a healthy Carson Wentz, a mentally ready Carson Wentz, that this should still be the case going into this season. It will not be the case going into this season. I think we were number 2 in the 2017 season, almost something like 8 points in the first quarter, something like that. We were pretty high up there the time where we won the Super Bowl. Now we got a balanced running attack. We got weapons all over the place. The only thing that can stop us right now is actually even paying attention to a stat like 2.6 points per game in the first quarter last year. Who cares? Carson Wentz's mind is in the game. He's already planning on getting it out to the playmakers in space, letting them eat. And the rest will take care of itself. Doug Peterson could not get antsy because if I remember correctly, what we did last season was we knew we were starting slow and we started pressing for it. We started pressing for it. We were like, oh, we got to start fast. Since like week 5 last season, we've been saying we got to start fast. And it did nothing but put more pressure on the first quarter. More pressure on the first quarter. There should not be a scoreless first quarter from the Philadelphia Eagles, period. There should not be a scoreless first quarter from the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe that if we come, I believe nothing should be scripted. I believe you got to attack this thing how you know you got to attack this thing. We should be baiting every team on the roster with the run. We should be baiting. We should want the Washington Redskins to start blitzing us. We need to become that team that if you try to blitz us, we're going to eat you alive. We need to make people start second guessing about blitzing us because Carson Wentz is getting the ball out of his hands that fast. Listen, the best way to beat a blitz is a nice quick pass play that's designed to beat a blitz. You blitz us and we get it out to Miles Sanders or Corey Clement or Deshaun Jackson or Nelson Aguilar. Blitz us if you want. We want people to blitz us, and that's how the point's going to come. The point's not going to come by drawing up these long, drawn-out plays, putting Carson Wentz in danger to hold the ball, waiting for something to develop. No, we don't want to wait for nothing to develop. We want to make something. We are the development. You feel what I'm saying? We're not waiting for a play to develop. We are the play. The playmakers will develop the play, so you get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. And just the mental leap that Carson Wentz has taken has me. I'm just excited. I'm at loss for words. Football is back. The Bears and the Packers are about to get it in shortly. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cooking in my crib. I'm ordering. You know what I'm saying? We're going to chill. We're going to chill. But we got to fix this. We got to start fast, but it don't got to be at the forefront of our minds. We got to be relaxed to an extent, too. Remember, when we won the Super Bowl, things were fun. Things were fun. And one key to starting fast, I believe, if you're going to start fast throwing the ball, it got to go to one of the tight ends. It got to go to one of the tight ends. Let them know that we plan on asserting the middle of the field first. Then they're going to start game planning. You want people to forget about Deshaun Jackson. Forget about Deshaun Jackson on the outside. You want them to start paying attention to everything else. And Deshaun Jackson is the knockout punch. Then you hit him over the top. You could test the waters in the beginning of the game, first play of the game, but you are jabbing to set them up with Deshaun Jackson. You see what I'm saying? We want to approach this like boxers. And Okoye Media, stop running. I joined the Okoye Media live stream last night. Me and him, you know, we got some things to talk about. Okoye and Lil Brunson, we're going to get it in pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? There's a special place in my heart for some of you Dallas Cowboys fans. And when y'all go on a 3-game losing streak, I'm going to be here to catch you. How do y'all feel about the football season being here? How do y'all, how do you feel? How do you feel? Since 2016, nobody, and I mean no team in the NFL has made more trades. Since how we came back, no team in the NFL has made more trades than the Philadelphia Eagles. They did that for us. They did that for us. They did that for us. A lot of people gonna ask me where I got this shirt from. You ain't gonna never find this shirt again. I had this shirt for like 7 years. Holes all in it. But I had to put on some type of green today to let you know how I'm coming, man. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles.